What's up, everybody? PA Tuners here. We finally got some parts for the Black Tiburon, aka the Mistress. Finally getting there. Got some fuel stuff. We got all of our fuel stuff finally to support hopefully 600 to 700 wheel horsepower. And we're going to start off by what we got for the tank. We got 8A bulk fittings here and 6A bulk fitting with a 3/8 feet, I believe. And then I'm not sure where I have if I happen to have those part numbers, I'll give them to you guys. And then wiring bulkhead to go to the pump, and we still able to keep the factory sending unit, which we'll just bolt right back here. So that'll go all together right there. Now what will go on that will be this 525 Hellcat pump, right out of what would go in your Hellcat. There's your part number for that, and that'll just go right on there, just right through here. It'll go and plug right in there. I guess I could show you real quick. And right there is your 525 Hellcat pump. Take like a zip tie, tie it to that, plug it in, maybe take a zip tie, tuck this in a little bit, put your sock on here. You can still put my sending unit on the side of that. Everything's there, ready to go. Same size hose. This is what my fitting is, and the same size as what's on the pump, so there's no bottlenecking, so to speak, where you're going from one size to a smaller or bigger to lower, or no stepping down, I guess would be a proper way to say that, instead of bottlenecking. Yeah, that's gonna work quite well. Okay, when I originally bought that pump for this car, we were going to keep it a street car, and we're kind of going the other direction. But this year, we're going to run the 525, and I'm sure this pump will do us just fine, guys. 700 horsepower. Do it in stages and figure out what we got to do next. But there's that. And then I'm going to come over here to the line. There's a part number for everybody if they want to get this stuff. Here's the 8A hose, 20 foot of it. And ethanol safe. That's why we wanted to go with this. Plus Vibrant makes some pretty good line, and I like the black braided over the metal. Metal likes to rub into your metal and have a friction, and next thing you know, you got bare metal everywhere. 6A 20 foot of that as well. Part number as well. Stuff's loud, but sealed up, clean from factory. It's a lot better than a lot of other places. They ship it in a box, and hard to tell how much dirt's got in it. Then you're going to go over to here, and we'll go over to here to these fittings. We got 4 8A fittings, straight ones. And the reason why that is because we're going to come over here to this first filter. It's a billet Summit filter, which is a lot cheaper than a lot of these other guys's, but hey, Summit does some pretty good stuff. Just off brand, but I trust in it. Here's the part number for that, in case anybody's interested in duplicating these parts. We're gonna, sorry about that, focus, put this away. Try to keep any kind of dirt out of this stuff. We bought some extra screens for it. I think this is a 10 micron. You can see it's kind of not really big, but it's going to flow a lot. But that's going to stop your bigger material. And then, as you come up it, you want to come into this one. Another billet, 8A. Gives you the flow chart, which way this one has to flow. You're going to want to know that. And then here's your part number for the 100 micron filter, 8A. And then here's your filter replacement number. And those filters are like this. As you can see, much more is going to get trapped into this one and to that one. But it's important to try to get rid of the stuff before it goes to your system. You have your sock that goes on this that I didn't put on there to show you, which is also a thing that helps. I call it a sock, but fuel pump screen there, that which will help stop bigger material. And then you go into this help stop the material that made it through that. Will get stopped here, and anything that's left over that's real fine will go right through that, right into there. And then that'll give you a fuel system that's not going to be a troublesome fuel system. You're not going to. I advise everybody to probably have 3 of these. You know, I have a couple with you at the track. No, nothing worse paying a bunch of money to go to the track, being an event. Heck, imagine being in the finals or something and your fuel filter plugs up on you. So they're decently priced. I should have got an extra one for that. Don't know why I didn't do it. But then we got a 90. We're going to run 190 off of there into these filter systems, and then 190 into the rail. That'll work quite well. And we got 2 90s for 6s, one off of here, and then one that's going to go off the rail into the fuel pressure regulator, which I actually have that hose already made up, but I bought an extra one just in case those get messed up. I may buy 2 more, because really you go from there to there, then off the fuel line hose up into the regulator, and then into another one. So technically I probably should get 2 more of these. I do have them. I might do it just so they all match. I don't know why I'm doing a matching thing. Everyone knows I don't really care what stuff looks like. So, but hey, we're trying to get this car together, make some content. Now, the fuel pump, you're not going to be able to run that on stock.
You cannot run that fuel pump
So,
on the stock
Heatworks
wire. You must use this
designs
relay kit.
a nice kit here. There's a part number for you guys. But, they do a lot of nice stuff. But they do a nice relay here, so you can relay everything. Everything's right there. And you actually get a nice little fuel pump hardware instruction kit. And you can see what it contains here. And you'll be 40 amp relay in this. So this thing will constantly get that 14 volts, 13.6, whatever your fuel system, whatever your pump runs at. The Tibby's, the good alternator, you should be at 14.4 to 14.1. So the pump will get consistent voltage. And when they get consistent voltage, you keep consistent pressure, which is going to give you consistent horsepower and no breaking up. Now, there's one thing left that you got to do to power all this fuel. How are we going to make, more power with just making it bigger? That's the next step. I'm going to show you that now. This is who we went with. Alpha Injector Clinic. That's who we went with. Alpha Injector Clinic. Newer company. Great results are being done that I watch on YouTube, Instagram, cars at the track that's actually running these and running good numbers. And there's a lot of them. So that we went with it. Still not cheap by all means. Maybe a little bit cheaper than ID and FIC, but not by much. They're still a good injector. Now these injectors, they're EV14 or EV6, can't remember. But this allows us to tap into our EV1 on the Tib. But my year runs an EV1. A lot of you guys, like the GKs, I think already run this style. So you wouldn't even have to do anything. But what I run in my car is LS1 injectors. EV1 LS1 injectors. And that's what we run in the Mistress, and that's what we're running in the silver car. So we went with that again. But to get that with Alpha, you order RSX, if I remember right. No, it's not RSX. I think it's just strictly the injector size. Like these right here are 2400 cc's, guys. Now to get the size, this is what you do. It's an RSX, if I remember right, with Gatto top hats. But if you remember LS1 style injectors, they can help you out. But I'm 100% that when I ordered these were just that size. And then to make up the difference, we had to use the Gatto. Might not even been RSX. I think it was just the Gatto manifold with the 2600 cc injectors, which would be the same for like your 22s and everything, because they're small injectors. So you have to get that correct size, or you're going to get a leakage. And that's the size we went with. That's the size I run in my fuel rail on the beta engine, you know, with the air ram and everything. It's the same distance as it is with OEM. We had no difference running the LS with the manifold stock. There's really no gap difference with the rail with those two. So if you have, you know, one or the other, it doesn't matter, because I know somebody might be wondering that. But like I said, they're 2600s at 58 psi. But as you can see, when they're at 72, they can flow as high as 2930. So these injectors, guys, should get us close to 1,000 on E85 in the future. We're going to push this engine pretty damn far, guys, to the point that we're going to run the number that I want to run. And here you go. 2400 cc. That's what they are. 2400 cc. I think I might have told you 26, but they're 2400 cc. These will be a lot like a stock injector with the 2400 cc. They'll idle really good. Once you get to 2600 cc, that's when they start to you know, have a little bit of issues. But figured I'd show you guys this. It's just the duty ejector flow graph and everything you need to know to put your data in there. But these are the 2400 cc's. I'm sorry if I said 26. What I meant to say was you could run up to 26 at 58 and, you know, upwards of 29. So these injectors got some room. And see, the reason why we want that wiring is because we want our voltage to stay at 14.0 and not drop. We don't want no voltage drop, because that'll make our fuel pressure drop and then make lean cuts in the engine going on the track. So this is who we went with. Alpha injector, 2400 cc's with the Gatto setup, the Gatto manifold setup. I think that's all you need to know. I might have said stuff that I shouldn't have said in the beginning of this, but I'm not re-editing it. If you watched it, you'll understand. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll be seeing you soon, because I got some more parts to show you.